Today's session, the very first one, is called Prime Minister. Now, throughout this session, we'll have the opportunity to learn about great communicators and great leaders throughout time. Everybody within this room has the opportunity to imagine that they're the first ever Indigenous Australian Prime Minister to be elected. But the most important thing is, I want to hear, and the rest of the community and the rest of Australia wants to hear what you think about the current situation within Australia and also what you'd like to see for the future. All right, ready to go?
The first session was good because we got to learn skills about public speaking and trying not to be afraid.
If I became Australia's first Indigenous Prime Minister, I'd like to see better housing for Indigenous people and equal rights for black and white people all over Australia.
I'd like to see more resources go to the remote communities. They need better education there because they could go really far if they just had the right resources and education.
If I was the first Indigenous Prime Minister of Australia, I'd like to change the support and encouragement for young Indigenous students.
I'd like to see people with no homes get homes.
I'd like to change all health needs and help towards Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islanders.
To be Indigenous, it means being proud of who I am and just really having respect for everybody.
Got a chance to meet the Prime Minister, which was probably the most exciting thing that's happened to me so far in my life. He welcomed us into his office and sat down, had a chat about what our speech was about, and he just wished us the best of luck in our future. Also got to meet other members of the Parliament, which was pretty cool, I must admit that. And yeah, they're just a bunch of good people.
And then we did our speeches.
This speech is for the youth, for all the people wearing Air Jordans taking a shot, for all of you who watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or play Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo. This speech is for the dreamers, for our everyday heroes who never get that pat on the back, for our mothers who nurture us and take us to school, for our fathers who work 3 jobs to provide for our family, for that kid without a house dreaming of a better tomorrow.
I believe we should be aware and proud of our differences. Australia is a multicultural country where no two people are the same. So I'll improve and develop culture awareness programs so that we can celebrate what makes us special and unique.
As a young Indigenous woman, I also feel stereotyped in a negative way. So many times when I've told someone that I'm Indigenous, their whole perspective of me changes. To them, I'm suddenly an illiterate, uneducated alcoholic who sits around sniffing petrol.
To the young people of today, to those who live with doubts, question themselves, become a dreamer. Join us. Let's rise to this occasion. Let's search for greatness, because greatness starts from within. So, if you dare to dream, I will stand with you.
50 years ago, Martin Luther King delivered a speech in which he conveyed hope that one day we will not be judged by the colour of our skin, but by the content of our character. Recently, when reflecting on this issue, I realised that I also can be guilty of stereotyping. But if you and I do so little as to just rethink after judging or labelling somebody, we can be the change Australia needs. If you vote for me as your Prime Minister, I will lead this change and help create an environment where everyone can stand tall and be proud of who they are.